Get in the listing, how to beat the competition and win that listing for yourself. Hi, I'm Paul R. Atkinson, your professional coach. In this video, I'm going to talk to you just about how you can win that listing. Before we get started, I want you to know that in the description of this video, I want you to click on the link that's going to help you to be successful in whatever you're doing in your real estate practice, and in particular, how to win the listings. You need some skills, and it's there in the description of the video. Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, come on, give it a smash and subscribe to the channel. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and saying that you do like the video at least. So, you want to make sure that you're getting the listing over your competition, correct? Well, in order for you to do that, we must realize a few things here. Real estate and selling real estate, it's not easy as it seems. Would you agree? After all, our industry standard says that over 87% of us realtors that we fail. Most of us fail. You see a room of 10 realtors, well, you can only expect that 2 of them will succeed and the other 8 will fall off the block. Why is that? I wonder why. Well, personally, I think that there's a lack of one main ingredient. But don't worry, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do right now to make sure that you win the listing every time. So here is number 1. The first thing that you need to have in order to win that listing is for you to know how to connect with the seller. It's so important. How do you connect with the seller? I could tell you this. My book, The 5 Steps to the Sale, it talks about it very deeply. And in the description of this video, you're going to find a link that's going to help you to get the information out of that book. It's free. It's free. You can click on the link, get it, it's free. Here's what's important. And in my coaching and teaching, I recognize most of the time that most realtors, they severely, significantly, big, mucho, lack selling skills. No one teaches selling skills. Okay. Well, fortunately, we do. Successful Realtor Academy. In the description of the video, click on the link. That's going to help you to learn more about that. You need to connect with the seller. That's the number 1 thing that you need to do. If you fail to connect, then, you won't get far at all. I don't see how you're going to get the listing. You have to connect. But what does connecting with the seller mean to you? Connecting with the seller means that you actually get the seller to like you, to listen to you, to trust you, to believe in you. And then you can move forward to find out what we like to call the number 1 step of the sale, which is conversation. There's 5 steps of the sale. And in the book and in the course, it talks about it, the 5 steps. Step 1 is conversation. Step 2 is curiosity. Step 3 is conviction. Step 4 is desire. And step 5 is close. So when you're going through these steps in your selling skills and mastering your selling skills, you know that you don't go further or you don't move forward unless you achieve the first step. Doesn't it make sense? Logical. So if you can't connect, I live in truth. Sometimes I'm in an interview with someone that wants to join the sales team, and let's say I can't make a connection with that person. If I can't make a connection, somehow just the dynamics of the conversation can't connect. I actually cannot make that person an offer to join the team. No offense, but there's just no connection. It just, we're talking, but we just don't have a connection. A connection means that you're getting to like the person and the person is getting to like you and the person is listening to you, because sometimes you could be talking and nobody is really listening. It's quite interesting, but it's very deep. In the description of the video, you've got to check out the 5 Steps of the Sale course. It's an amazing course that's going to help you to be successful. If nonetheless, you've got to read the book because it's going to help you to learn how to connect. So that's number 1. You have to be able to connect with the seller and get them to open up and just to listen to you and to want to hear what you have to say. So you have to make that connection. Very important, isn't it? Number 2 is for you to listen, to learn, and to find that want, need, and DBM. You need to find out what it is that they're wanting to do. Why are they selling? What's the motivation? What is driving the sale of this home right now? And where do they want to go after that? And you need to find out what they need. Okay, you want to get it sold, and what's your need here? You need to sell for the reason of relocating, the reason for getting a different size home, or a reason for, you got to find out. And you got to be smooth about it. You need to find the motivation in the seller and find out what it is they wanting to achieve and why they need to do it. And then we talk about DBM, right? Dominant buying motive. There's a technique in the 5 Steps of the Sale that talks about how you would build that rapport and get connected, and then you'll turn around and do what we call a fact find. And then you get that want and that need, and then the DBM. The DBM is a dominant buying motive. It's an emotion. So you ask that seller, once I get this that you want and this that you need, how will that make you feel? And they say, well, what do you mean? I never really heard this technique before, you know? That's how you win all the listings. Now, in order for you to continue to move forward, and you get in that DBM, which is a feeling, and you ask that question, and they say, well, what do you mean? You just be upfront. I just want to know how you're going to feel when I get you what you want. They'll tell you, well, I feel fantastic. You say, oh, wonderful. And then you can move them forward. But it's important that you follow the technique in order to stand out and to be that successful realtor, to win the listing. You have to have the selling skills. So you've got to connect, and then you have to listen, and you have to find their want, need, and their DBM. And then number 3 is for you to know the secret to closing. What is the secret to closing a deal? The secret to closing a deal is knowing when to close the deal. Not how, but when. When do you close the deal? You see, when you're going through this selling system, when you have a technique, a selling system, okay, perhaps 5 Steps of the Sale. When you have a selling system, you would go through the process of getting connected, of getting the information, getting all of that. And then you give your presentation, without a doubt, nice, stellar presentation. You do your CMA, you show all the marketing materials, you get everything, get their confirmation that they're really feeling this, and then you can do some trial closes. And the trial closes are going to help you to determine when to close it. What's a trial close? You're sitting with a seller. Well, you could say something like, okay, you've done given all your presentation, and you're towards the end perhaps, and then you're trying it out now, trial close. Well, Tom, how do you feel about an open house next weekend, Saturday and Sunday perhaps? We're expecting to have a nice sunny days. What do you think about that? That's a trial close. Because if the seller turns around and say, yeah, that's good, yeah, I think, yeah, that's good, we could do the open house. Then you just say, oh, wonderful. Well, here's the listing agreement. Let's go ahead and get it all signed off right now. That's it. Another trial close could be, you could say something about, what do you think about us coming in and getting everything staged and put together tomorrow or the next day? You see, do you get it? This takes a lot of practice, my friends. It's very important. But remember, you're in an industry right now where more than 80% of us fail. And we're lacking the very thing that we need, in my opinion, and that's selling skills. You have to connect with that seller in order to win that listing. You have to listen to them, and you have to find out what they want, what they need, and how they're gonna feel. And then you need to go right ahead and move into your presentation, close that deal, and know when to close. Isn't it interesting? But anyway, I've gotta run, and I hope that this was beneficial for you. In the description of this video, click on the link that's gonna get you connected with improving your selling skills and getting the sellers to sign with you more than any other realtor inside of your marketplace. So give this video a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you real soon. Let's go get him, Tiger.